So, I'm Carol Stella Emunyon. Nga ako na yung topic is asymmetric information. So, what is asymmetric information? So, asymmetric information is an economic concept where one party in a transaction has more or better information than the other, which can lead to market failures like adverse selection and moral hazards. So, example of symmetric information. Used cars. Sellers knows hidden issues. So, kasagaran man gyud mga sikanhan nga sakyanan no. Ala, kabalo man ginang seller kung unsay tinuod nga issue sa kuan sakyanan. Second is insurance. Buyer hides health problems. So kasagaran man gyud sa mga buyers, taguan gyud nila ang naging sila usahay itago nga mga problema. Okay. Next is job hiring. So applicant knows through skills. So kabalo mo gyud ang applicant sa iyang mga tinuod yung mga skills. Next is loans. Borrower knows financial status. So kabalo man ta mangutang sa ba? Kabalo pud ta mo kuan kaning sa ni
Bayad.
mo bayad bahalag kaning taas ang interest, problem cost, adverse selection before the deal, moral hazard after the deal. So sa dire sa adverse selection before the deal, before man ginato i-deal ang usa ka example, usa ka sakyanan, adisir ato na siya i-deal kanang kondisyon ang kanang sakyanan. Sunod, moral hazard after the deal. So after nato i-deal, i-check po nato ang kanang insurance sa sakyanan kung kuan ba kanang dili ba expire or unsa pa. Ora to. Thank you.
Good morning ma'am, good morning classmate. My topic for today is introduction to information. So, ang impormasyon ay anumang datos na proseso na ayos o nabuo sa paraang nagiging makabuluhan at kapag-paginabang. Tinutulungan tayo nitong maunawaan ang mga sitwasyon, makagawa ng tamang desisyon at makapag-solve ng mga problema sa araw-araw na kasalamuha tayo ng impormasyon saan man sa mga libro, mensahe, balita, larawan, video at maging sa mga sinyas na paligid natin. Sa larangan ng teknolohiya at komunikasyon na napakahalaga ng papel ng impormasyon. Ang hilaw na datos ay nagiging impormasyon kapag ito ay ipaliwanag o nabigyan ng konteksto. Halimbawa, ang listahan ng mga numero ay basta datos lamang, ngunit kapag sinabi mong ito ay grado ng estudyante, nagiging impormasyon ito dahil nagkaroon na ito ng kahulugan. Ang mabuting impormasyon ay tama, malinaw, napapanahon at may kaugnayan upang gabayan ang mga tao sa paggawa ng tamang hakbang. Habang mas nagiging digital ang lipunan, ang impormasyon ay nagiging isa sa pinakamahalagang yaman. Tinutulungan tayo nitong matuto ng mga bagong bagay, magipag-ugnayan sa iba at mas maunawaan ang mundo. Thank you.
Good day everyone. Our topic is uncertain versus risk. My name is Chris Vincent P. Camillo. Uncertain versus risk. Risk is defined as situation where probabilities of outcomes are known. Example, rolling a fair die. This type of situation can be measured and modeled. Uncertainty, also called Bayesian uncertainty, is served for situation where outcomes or their probabilities are known. Example, the success of completely new technology. Key takeaway: microeconomics focuses heavily on decision making under risk. Effective value purpose to introduce the primary quantitative tool economists use to analyze decision under risk. Content: the slide defines the expected value as the weighted average of all possible outcomes, where the weights are probabilities of those outcomes. Includes the mathematical formula. The slide also provides a simple concrete example, a coin flip, to illustrate how the formula is applied, emphasizing that rational agents often seek to maximize this value. Slide 4. Risk, preference, purpose. To explain the three psychological attitudes individuals and firms can have towards risk, which dictates their decision-making process. Content: this is broken into 3 tiles describing the 3 types of economic agents. Risk averse prefers a sure thing over a risky gamble with the same expected value. They exhibit diminishing marginal utility of wealth. Each extra dollar is less valuable than the last. Most individuals fall here. Risk neutral only cares about the expected value, not the risk itself. They have constant marginal utility. Financial institutions often aim for this. Risk-loving prefers the risky gamble over a sure thing with the same expected value. They have increasing marginal utility. Gamblers falls here. The risk premium purpose to connect the concept of risk aversion to a measurable economic quantity content. The tax premium is introduced as the maximum amount a risk-averse person would be willing to pay to avoid risk, or the minimum extra return they required to take on risk. It is mathematical, the difference between the expected value of gamble and the certainty equivalent, the guaranteed amount that yields the same utility as the gamble. The chart visually contrasts the EV with the lower certainty equivalent, making the risk premium easy to identify. Slide 6. Types of consumer risk. Purpose to detail the practical forms of risk that individuals face when making purchases. Content. This slide used for detailed tiles to categorize the risk faced by consumers which influence their demand curve and brand loyalty. Financial risk, loss of money or cost uncertainty. Performance risk, loss of money or cost uncertainty. Performance risk, the product fails to work as expected. Physical risk, potential for harm or injury from the product. Time risk, wasted time on purchasing, troubleshooting or repairs. So good morning ma'am, good morning classmate.
My topic is insurance in basic microeconomics. So what is insurance? So ang insurance is mo ni makatabang sa imong mga lugi kung kuan or kung mahitabo nga dili maayo sa imong sakyanan or panimalay, mo ni isa sa makatabang sa imo para makales ka sa imong gasto. So number one is a financial arrangement that transfer risk. So pasabot ani ang insurance kay usa ka financial arrangement nga mo transfer sa risk gikan sa usa ka kuan tao padulong sa insurance company. So number 2 is consumers pay a premium to reduce uncertainty. So ang consumer is insured mo bayad og premium kanang regular nga bayad para mainusan ang kahadlok or uncertainty kung naikalit nga problema. So ang number 3 is help smooth consumption over uncertain future states. So mutabang ang insurance nga mas stable gyapon imong spending bisan ay unexpected events sa future kay covered man ka sa ila. Why insurance matter? So nganong importante daw ang insurance? Number 1 is reduces individual risk exposure. So makalesen sa imong ang insurance is makalesen sa imong personal nga risk kay dili ikaw ra ang mo shoulder sa loss kung naay mahitabo nga dili maayo. Number 2 is increase in economic stability. Kung daghan tao o business ka insured, mas stable ang economy kay dili sila dali malugi inig na ay risk or disaster. So number 3 is encourage investment and consumption. Mas mudasig ang mga tao mo invest og mulgasto kay balo sila nga kanang kuan sagot sila sa insurance. So the last one is improve welfare through risk pooling. Mas maayo ang well-being sa tanan kay insured ang risk, daghan tao nag-contribute para tabangan ang nailos nga sa mga kuan, sa mga sakyanan or sa mga balay.
Good day everyone, my name is Joseph Perel. Today, I will be discuss the problem of imperfect information. The problem of imperfect information. It sets the stage for discussing how economic handles situations where buyers and sellers do not have the same information. So perfect versus imperfect information. Sa perfect information, ang perfect information nada dito ang mahibalan nimo tanan ang price, quality or ang risk nga imong makuha na if magpalit ka na nga product. So ang imperfect informations or the real world mao ni siya ang gap sa knowledge, walay kayo knowledge sa kanang goods nga imo paliton og mo nang makalid pud sa mga mistakes og sa risk. So, there is the root cause of asymmetric informations. This defines the specific type of imperfect informations we're studying. It's not just that information is missing. It's that it's unbalanced or one-sided. Usually, sa sellers. No more than the other or the buyer. So, the market for lemons. From George Akerlof in 1970 famously illustrated information asymmetry using the used car market. So this covers George Akerlof's Nobel Prize winning theory. It explains why used car lost value so fast. Because buyers can tell a peach or good car for a lemon nga bad car. Kibali ang peach mo meaning mao na ang mga good car kanang mga good condition pa og ang lemon ang mga bad car o kanang mga dili na murag nanay mga guba-guba. They only offer an average price. This low price insults sellers of good cars who leave the market leaving only the lemons behind. So dere sa proceed ta sa adverse selections. So adverse selection. This focuses on problem happenings before a deal is made. So adverse means bad. Because of hidden information, the wrong people are most likely to participate in the market. For example, mga sick people. Sila ang mas ganahan gid magpalit og health insurance. So maka-claim ang mga masakiton nga tao. Then proceed ta sa moral hazard. Moral hazard there is focuses on problem happenings after a deal is made. So once you are protected from risk, example nakaka-insurance, di ba? Protected na ka sa risk. Mag-act na ka ana nga recklessly. If your car is fully insured, example, if your car is fully insured, mas dili na kayo ni careful maggamit or kanang example i-park nimo dili kayo nimo siya ibutang sa safe nga place kay naman siya insurance. So this is not this is a behavioral change due to a safety net. So mo ani sa mga tao kaning kasagaran mabuhat sa mga tao kay nalagi insurance kay bali ang ila sakyanan. So comparison to adverse selection versus moral hazard. So diri ang table maran siya og cheat sheet para ma-help ang mga audience kung asa diri o kung makita na po nila diri ang mga main concepts. Sa adverse selection is about hidden information or kung unsa ka before the transactions. Then sa moral hazard is mao ni ang hidden action kung unsa imong gibuhat after the transaction.
Good day everyone, I am Arnold B. Maturan and I am the next reporter. So the principal agent problem. So this is a specific business like for example moral hazard. So ang problema is ang owner nag-hire siya manager kay gusto niya nga i-profit, like the manager might want a fancy office or short working hours kay nanghinanglan ang owner nga naay manager nga magbantay sa iyang business 24/7 kay di man makaya sa owner nga bantayan ang iyang business 24/7, so nag-hire na lang siya manager. And so market failure, so it can cause market to disappear entirely, so waste resources or make doing business incredibly expensive due to the need for verification. Natay duha ka benefits, signaling and screening. So sa signaling is how does the market fix this without government help? So the seller proves they are good, like for example of offering a warranty or showing a college degree. So nag-offer sila may warranty or nagpakita og mga diploma na like college graduate. Then sa screening, so the buyer set a test. So example, an assurance company offering a lower premium if you install a tracking device in your car. Then diri sa public solution regulation is sometimes the market can fix itself, so the government step in. So aputay disclosure laws. So the disclosure laws, the forced transfer like foods labels in sa licensing is laws that ensure minimum quality, like doctors to have medical license. Then sa mandates forcing everyone to buy insurance to prevent the death spiral of adverse selection.
Ang imperfect information daw kay the real words they are gaps in knowledge then lead, mistake, and rest. Kuan daw ani kay this slide contains the textbook definition of economics with reality. Perfect information. Imperfect information. The reality where one both of parties in the transaction lack full knowledge and endurance, this often manifesting as asymmetric information. Defining the basic information. Perfect information. In the theoretical ideas market, all buyers, sellers have to access to the same complete information, price, perfectly value and rest.
Good evening everyone. Ako day ang Group 12 reporter. So my topic is moral hazard. So pag may kuntag moral hazard, ang moral hazard daw mahitabo ni siya if someone take more risks because covered sila o protected sila sa consequence. Pag kuan ka ng pag-insured sila or kita. So sa number 1, after the transaction is made. Example, pag na-aksidente ka, after nimo makuan kaning maaksidente, insured naman kana kasi protected na ka. So there is a number 2, hidden action behavior of person. So there is a kuan. So sa issue ani sa moral hazard, pag ang isa ka person nag-issue like bugoy o abusado, like she take advantage, become insured siya, magpa aksidente taraw para makakuan siya, para makadawat siya og kuan kining insurance. So dito sa number 3, insured people take more risks, tama. Pag ang isa ka tao kay insured more ilang risks kay risks na possibility na ang isa ka person kay disable or otok og uban pa. Tapos dito sa number 3, a drive is speeding because of insurance. So I mean ang isa ka driver nagsalig kay, example lang ka ng kuan, nagsalig kay na insurance, diba nagsalig ang kuan driver.
So, solution 1, screening and signaling. Screening is a type of insurance actively try to uncover private information. Examples include mandatory medical exam, checking driving records or credit checks. Signaling, low-risk individuals take action to prove they are safe. For example, installing a telematics device in a car to prove safe driving habits. Risk pooling, categorizing people into different risk groups, location or anything to change accurate premiums and prevent cross subsidization. Solution 2, contract design. Insurers design contracts to align incentives and reduce moral hazard. It's like incentives ba nga siya nga maka-reduce sa moral hazard. It helps to give us more easy to understand because of the contract design. Deductibles. The insured pays the first portion of any loss, discouraging small or frivolous claims. So, na siya insurance to pay first sa portion nga malos, magamay man or madako. Co-payments. Sharing the cost within 20% ensures the insured cares about the price of the service. So, when we say co-payments, it is sharing the cost or ensures that insured yun nila nga nga about sa price, if it's tama ba or kung what I mean is naka-base lang siya sa service kung sa price, something like that. No claim bonuses. Rewarding customers who do not file claims with lower premiums in the future. So they also reward those customer nga even though nga wala sila nag-file claims with lower premium sa future.